West Ham Fan TV, still outside Turf Moor. We're going to do a little quick match reaction. Scott, as always, mate, look, take us through the starting lineup, mate.
Fabianski in goal, Soufal right back, Masuaku left back, Dawson and Diop in the middle, Rice, Souček as a midfield two, with attacking four of Lanzini, Bowen, Benrahma and Antonio.
You're getting too good at that, mate. But look, it was we sort of predicted that team on Friday Night Pint, didn't we? That back four. It was. I thought the back four done really well today. To be fair, they haven't played together a lot this season. Fucking Dom. Yeah, ain't got no toilet roll. Sorry. But,
Yeah, no. The thing is, look, defensively, I thought we were solid. Midfield, we won the battle, and then getting that final third, everything went wrong. I've not seen a more dominant performance by us this season that hasn't wielded a goal and a win. You know, that's the most frustrating thing. You look back at the fan cams, you see Dom's one of the things Dom said in there. It's getting a bit ridiculous because, look, no disrespect to Burnley, they're an hard team to beat. They make games hard, but we dominated that for 95% of that game, and we don't score a goal. This is the reason why we're not going to finish in the top four, because we play teams like this, we play teams like Brighton, and we drop points constantly. It's not good enough. And, I would have rather come here and got 3 points. 3 points against Brighton, 3 points against Wolves, than lost to Chelsea. The Chelsea games, the Arsenal games, the games against the greedy six are the games that are bonus points. These are the teams you should be beating. And we've done everything right, apart from that final third.
yeah, I've said that before. I mean, last season the reason we didn't get top four is because we didn't beat the teams above us. This season we're beating them, but we're dropping points against the teams below us, and that's why teams that go on to achieve things, they come here and nick a win. They nick a win against Brighton at home, and it's frustrating at the moment because when you look at the bench, Antonio up front today, he frustrated a lot of the fans in there, and rightly so. I don't like really slating Antonio, but game by game, I'm going to judge him. And today, I wasn't really impressed with him. I wasn't impressed with his movement. He looked lazy sometimes. He looked like there was times in that, especially in that second half. For me, he was flinging his arms around like he couldn't be bothered.
Yeah, look, mate, I agree. I think when you see the Antonio that we were talking about at the start of the season, his movement was on form, his finishing was on point, his touch was on point. Today, his movement's not there. He works hard up top, but he doesn't offer enough. And I think that this is where we're going to fall flat of not having another striker to come on and mix it up a bit. That's look. When he's on form, he's unplayable. He's not on form at the moment. His form's dipped a little bit. He banged in that goal for Jamaica. Since then, for us, he's really come off the boil, and we've got no one to challenge him, to push him that extra mile. You look at the other players on the pitch. They drop a performance. They drop a game. There's someone up their arse ready to take their place. He's not got that. And the delivery of the ball today, the corners. Why are we swinging corners in? Every corner, 90% of them didn't beat the first man, but we're swinging them in, heating them up all day long. We didn't mix it up enough. The lack of variety in the crossing ability and stuff like that is, again, another one of our things where we've gone wrong. These are teams that, as I said before, these are teams who should be winning. We handled Chris Wood well tonight. He's a striker who loves a goal against West Ham. Diop has underperformed against physical players. Tonight I thought he was immense. I thought him and Dawson together were superb, and we needed that. We needed them to step up to the plate with Zuma and Ogbonna missing. Yeah. Masuaku, like you said, I thought that's one of the best games I've seen him play at left back.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of Dawson, mate, there was a penalty shout in the first half. We've seen the replays. It's one of them ones, in it. Like it's. Go on, have your favour, because my feeling was, I'll be honest, I didn't think it was a penalty.
The only way I can see it not being a penalty is the fact that he wasn't in control of the ball.
That's what made my decision. I think Dawson was sort of looking for it, but it could have been given.
Listen, I think if that was Chelsea, Man United, Man City, Arsenal, it's a penalty.
Well, it's proved it over the weekend.
Exactly. There's been softer contacts for these bigger sides, and penalties been given. And look, the conspiracy theory of they don't want teams like us in the top four. Look, when it's decisions like that go to VAR, the whole reason VAR was brought in to sort of quash these decisions and make the right decision. Looking back from what I saw, And from what I've heard from other people saying, other people that weren't here and watched it on the TV, it's a penalty.
Yeah,
and there's
I
no
mean,
reason.
Before I sort of get slated, what people got to remember is I'm here, I've only seen one replay, so it might change my opinion when I see it, but from what I've seen of it, it would have, I can see why the ref hasn't give it, or VAR hasn't give it, but if they would have give it, then I would understand. It's one of them ones, isn't it?
Exactly, and that's exactly it. We see it in one time. Look, it was the other end of the ground from us, but from what we've seen, people putting on Twitter, things like that, it looks like a penalty. You know, again, when we go back and watch it, you know, on the replays in real time without the slow mos and all that, maybe it'll change my mind. But at the moment, walking out the ground, seeing what I've seen, it's a pen all day long.
Yeah.
But I said it's just frustrating that we're having to rely on decisions to go our way for us to get wins, you know, like that today. It's not good enough in that final third. The decision making of the balls into the box. You know, Ben Rama made a lovely run down the left, a couple of intricate passes, cuts in, lays the ball back to Antonio. When Antonio, the cutback was there 2 or 3 touches beforehand. By the time he's cut it back to Antonio, there's a defender in the way. The ball should have been to Bowen across the box, who's made that run. Put it in, as Graham always says to us, put the ball in the corridor of uncertainty. That's what we don't do. You know, and that is what is going to let us down. At the end of the season, when we're sitting here and we ain't in that top 4, and I hope this comes back to bite me in the arse and we are in top 4, we ain't in that top 4. It's games like this that we're going to look back on and say, this is why.
Yeah. But in typical Premier League style, games are coming thick and fast, and we go to Arsenal on Wednesday, and if we manage to get a win now, you forget about this one, don't you? As you always do, you move on.
Of course you do. That's the thing, it is. And like you said in the fan cams, you know, we've been to Arsenal 3 times, been to the Emirates 3 times, outplayed Arsenal, they get the win. You know, this is the best performing Arsenal side in the past 4 seasons, and we've got to go in there and up the performance, especially in that final third. You know, we haven't picked up no more injuries, which was good, but we need to be much more clinical. We're letting teams off, and today, as I said at the start, this is the most dominating performance I've seen us have. Yeah. And we've not scored a goal. Yeah,
it's always a tough place to come, Turf Moor. I mean, we don't have many good results here in the last few years, but look, we move on. You know, you forget, it's frustrating today, but as we said in fan cams and we've said in the ground, if you're not going to win it, just don't lose it.
Look, a point away from home is a point away from home. Look, there's other teams that are going to come here and struggle to beat this lot. You know, I think they're in a false position in the league, if I'm honest. They're not brilliant, but they're a hard team to beat, and they're probably unlucky not to pick up more results than what they've had. So there's other sides that have still got to come here, and you know, we've got to hope that they defend like they did today. But you know, we've got to stop worrying. We've got to stop looking at other teams to do us a favour and start putting ourselves on the front foot, putting ourselves into positions where we can go on and drive forward.
Yeah, 100%, Scott. Scott, as much as I'd love to be standing here for the rest of this Sunday night in the pissing down the rain in Burnley, I think we're in that there, mate, because we all want to get home. It's been a long day. But listen, thank you so much for watching this post-match reaction. For more reactions, go and watch the fan cams that are going up. I'm sure Nicky and Dan will have done a reaction as well. But yeah, look, keep subscribing to the channel, keep following us. We're soaking wet, Scott. We've got a 0-0 draw. It's not one to write home to the kids and tell them about, is it? But look, we can say we was there in the pissing down the rain in Burnley. But listen, we'll leave it there, Scott. One thing left to say, mate.
Come on, you irons.